We're going to be adding two radicals in this problem, but before we can do that, it's important to note that you cannot add radicals until what's underneath the radicals are the same. So we can't add them as is. What I like to do is to go ahead and use a factor tree to list out the factors, and I should be more specific, the prime factors of 80 here. I start real basic. I know that it's multiplying by 2 times 40. And I know that 2 is a prime factor. I circle it to show that that branch of the factor tree is finished. Then I've got 2 times 20. Then I've got 2 times 10. And then finally 2 times 5. So I'm going to rewrite my radical here. I've got the 6 on the outside. I don't want to lose that. And then I'm going to write all of these factors. I could do it with exponents, but I don't want to in this case. I want to really see all of those factors. So I've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. And then let's write the x to the third as x being multiplied times itself 3 times. I really want to see those pairs. Okay, now let's do the same thing for the 45. This one won't be as long. 45 is 5 and 9. And then, of course, the 9 is 3 and 3. So we'll write this one as well. So I've got my 3x out front. Don't lose that. And then I've got my 5 times 3 times 3 times x. Times 3 times 3 times x. Okay, let's look for some pairs. What I'm looking for underneath the radicals are pairs. So I've got a pair of 2's here. So I'm going to write that on the outside as being multiplied times the 6 here. Okay, then I've got another pair of 2's. So to represent that second pair of 2's, I'll write another 2 on the outside. Then I've got a pair of x's. So I'll write a single x on the outside. What is left under the radical is the 5 and the x, and we leave that under the radical. Now let's do the same on the second radical. I've got a 3x. And then I see a pair of 3's under there. So I'll write that on the outside. And that leaves me again with the 5x underneath. Let's do a little bit of multiplying. So I've got 6 times 2 is 12, times 2 again is 24. So I've got 24x on the square root of 5x. And I've got 3 times 3, that's 9x on the square root of 5x. Now that what is underneath the radical is the same, I can go ahead and add these expressions in front. So 24x plus 9x gives me 33x, and I still leave that on the square root of 5x here.